Hi you guys, my name is Dee. This is my husband Derek, and we are the
Debt Destroyers. Yes.
And we're just coming to you with another video. This one will be a little bit shorter. We're just talking about our April budget and what our results were at the end of April 30th. So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you've been following us or looking at our videos, you know that we are on a debt-free journey, and February was our first month being on this journey. And so here it is, April. Well, it's May now, but we're talking about April. And April has been a little different from February and March. As you know, there's a crisis going on, there's a pandemic. And so of course that's affected the money that we would love to put towards our debt snowball, our credit card bills. So we're going to talk about it.
I think the snowball has melted for this month. That's what I think. Snow melt.
That's a good one.
Snow has melted.
Yeah, it's been a little different this month, this past month, but we've still managed to pay our regular normal monthly bills. We managed to pay those, and at the very last day of the month, you know, we did put some money towards our debt snowball, but it just wasn't a whole lot.
The snow melted.
Yeah, the snow melted.
But it shall freeze again. It will freeze again.
Okay, coming into the month of April, we decided that we would hold off on paying towards our debt snowball just to see how the month was going to roll, just to see what our income would be like. My income didn't change, even though I work every other week. My income didn't change, but unfortunately Derek's did change, so that did affect our overall budget. He's working reduced hours, probably like half of what he normally worked, but we still managed to do well. So
the money's kind of low.
Yeah.
The money's kind of low.
But as you know, while we on this journey, we're using the app, the $Every app. If anybody would love to use that app to start out, to start a budget, that's a very good app to use. And with that app, we record our income, as you know, as well as our expenses, and then what's left, that's what we use to decide whether or not we're going to put it towards debt or just save it for now, just to see how things going to go. So during this pandemic, we're still going forth. We're trying to pay towards our debt using the debt snowball method, which is baby step number 2 in Dave Ramsey's financial plan for paying off debt. There's 7 baby steps, and we're only on step number 2, and we're gonna be there a while because we have a lot of debt to pay off. So we're using the $Every app. It's free, so please, if you're not using it and you would love to start a budget, please use that. The app is very convenient. Also, there's another app, or it may just be a website, mint.com, that you can use, or personalcapital.com. Those are also good tools to use if you want to start your budget.
Very great tool to use.
Yeah. And then a spreadsheet that we'll start using later on when we start paying off bigger debt. We use a spreadsheet, and it's called Vertex 42. So those are some great tools for paying off debt and saving money, and then that way you'll be able to track whatever you're spending and whatever is coming in. So the 2 credit cards that we first started tackling back in February, we gave ourselves a 3-month goal to try to get those cards paid off, and of course it's going to be longer than 3 months because of the crisis that the nation is undertaking. But we still look forward to paying these bills off, and we'll still be on track with starting to pay our balances with other bills. But right now it's been kind of rough to try to pay those credit cards off because it's 2, and they total, I think the beginning total was like either $71 or $7,500. So we've got half of that debt paid off, There's a balance of $2,700 on one card, and there's a balance of $500 on the other one. So we're doing really well. Not as planned, but it's okay. We're still paying something towards it, and our regular bills are fine. So we can handle it. You know, we got this. There was something else that I wanted to mention. Yeah, so even with this month, we did have a credit from our insurance company for like $38 and some change. So that was a plus. We have our car insurance and our house insurance with Allstate, and they gave us a refund of, I want to say $38.91 for the month, and they sent an email saying they'll do that between April and May. So it might be a small amount, but it is something, and we were glad and thank God for it. Did I tell you that we
talking about the 38.
I told you about the 38?
No, 38, baby.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if I told you or not.
Give me my 38.
So, we do thank God for that. So, right now, we know that Capital One will be paid off in a week or two. We do know that. It's only a $500 balance. So, we can see the light at the end of that tunnel. So, we look forward to paying that off. And we'll have a video in reference to it once we do pay it off.
And there's a light that shines so bright. Oh, that's all.
Is that a song?
Yeah, just Stephanie Mills. You don't know about it.
Okay.
Old school, old school.
I don't know anything about that.
I might have the wrong name though, but it's old school song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, old school.
And then, like most people are getting stimulus checks, we haven't gotten ours yet.
Nothing.
Not sure why we haven't gotten ours yet, but we do know it's coming, because when I went to irs.gov and we put in our information, it asked me for our bank account number, because we didn't have any on file, because we normally have to pay back. So we never got a refund where they needed our direct deposit information. We actually had to pay back. So I did do the paperwork showing, you know, our direct deposit bank information. So I know that it's coming, we just don't know when. So right now we don't have it. We don't have the $1,200 a piece like everybody else is enjoying. But we do know it's coming, and we may hold it for a while just to see if things pick up with Derek's job. And if it does pick up, then we'll take that money and we're gonna put it straight towards debt. So we're not gonna spend it before we get it, but we will have it to save or to pay towards our debt snowball. Either way, I think we'll be fine when it comes to that. And also Derek, with his job, he's applied for unemployment, and he was actually approved for it because his hours were cut in half. So that'll be an additional income, and hopefully we'll see those benefits this particular month. And if so, we'll let you know, and we'll let you know what we do. Exactly what we do with those funds.
I'm waiting on it.
You waiting?
Patiently. Patiently waiting.
You got a song for it?
Nah, I ain't got no song for it, but I'm waiting.
Oh. I think that's all the notes that I have. We're still trusting God. We know that He's going to still provide for us. The only other thing that we had to put down as an additional bill was for Derek's truck tax, which is $3-something, like $360, $380. So that was an additional amount that we had to pay for this month that we usually don't. You know, it's only paid once a year. So we did have to pay that. And then our grocery bill. Our grocery bill was $400 again. Just like I think last month was $400. So it was $400 again. But we've been doing a lot of cooking. We're talking at least 1 or 2 times a day we're cooking when I'm here. Now the week that I work, I don't cook as much, but when I'm here, the majority of meals that we eat, one of us is cooking. So yeah, we've been spending a lot of money at the grocery store. Even today, I spent $140. So that'll play into May's budget. But that's the only thing that we have. Do you have anything?
But even though the grocery bill has went up, we saved on gas. We're not going anywhere.
No,
we're not going to restaurants. So that's saved. So even though we have $400, if we will look back and see the money we spent on restaurants for the month.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we still saved some
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
So
We thank God for it.
so it's not a negative. So your grocery bill might go up, another bill go down, so you're still on a balance.
Yeah. And then we're on one accord when it comes to spending and when it comes to this debt-free journey. We have to be on one accord in order for, for it to work. If not, if one is pulling one way, the other's pulling the other way, it's not going to work. So we are, on one accord when it comes to that. So we know that we're gonna be fine.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Yeah. We're gonna make it.
We are.
Mm.
We are.
With Jesus on our side, things will work out fine. We're gonna make it, and you will too.
Yeah. Yeah. The
That's
music and the lyrics.
We're gonna make it, and you will too.
That's right. That's right. And I'm glad that he mentioned you will too, because that was going to be my next thing. If you want to start a debt-free journey, you got to have the mindset to do it. You got to change your mentality. Some people are so in a box, and they always think that, oh, you're going to always be in debt. You're going to always live in debt. No, you're going to always live in debt. Don't speak that over us. We don't have to be in debt in order to have nice things. We just have to know how to go about doing it, and it starts with the mentality. So if you have the mentality you're going to always be in debt, then you will always be in debt. But we're trying to come out of it and do things different now that we know better. Now that we know better, we need to do better. And Luke 14:28, it says, whoever wishes to build, don't you have to count the cost first? So with that being said, that means you need to be on the budget. You got to count the cost before you try to build anything. That's the word, Luke 14:28.
That's the word.
That's the word. You got to count the cost before you try to do anything. Because if you start, like the Bible says, if you start trying to build a foundation and you can't finish it, and people laughing at you because you started didn't finish it, it's because you didn't count up the cost first. And I just read it today. I wrote the scripture down a while back, and I just went back to it today just to see what it said about finances. And that is the truth. So you got to be on the budget. So in order to be on the budget, start a debt-free journey. Gather all your bills, pay them all smallest to largest, and don't get in more debt while you're doing these things. Use the Every Dollar app. It's free. So, it's available, so why not use it? Or use a spreadsheet, or you can do the traditional way, pen and paper. Write down your bills, your income, what's left, and what you're going to do with what's left. Are you going to save it? Are you going to put it towards your debt snowball? But you got to be smart with your finances and use wisdom. Because, and I wrote this down, there's freedom in paying your bills off. And there's freedom in that, because we know that debt is bondage, and no one wants to. We don't want to be in bondage. We don't want to be a slave to the lender. Dave Ramsey says that all the time. We don't want to be a slave to the lender, and we're not going to be.
Because I will be free. Praise the Lord, I'm free. No longer bound by debt. No more chains holding me. That's a word right there.
Yeah, those are chains. It really is.
Don't be a slave to debt.
Yeah, and
no longer bound.
We're in our 40s, and now we grasping this. But I'm glad that we grasping it now before something was repossessed or we weren't able to pay for what we have. So we're just trying to encourage other people to let's get on this debt-free journey together. And if you don't, you don't feel like you're ready to do that now, then it's fine. But watch us or go back and watch the video so you can see how we're really trying to focus and pay these bills off. Because we want to live debt-free.
Debt-free.
There's no other way of putting it. We want to live debt-free. Yeah, you're going to have a light bill, of course, but we're not going to have 2 car payments like we have now. We have the cars, and we're gonna work towards paying them off. There's no need of paying for something and then later on down the line it's taken, because you're not paying for it, or you didn't I want to get to where I can look back and see where what my hard work have done for me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see where I work to pay my house off. I want to own something. Yeah. And I think everybody should have that mentality. If you're 30 and over, you should have the mentality of owning. You want to own something. You want to call something yours. But if you constantly paying on it, it's not yours until you pay it off.
Don't let your living be in vain.
No, you can't. You can't let it be in vain.
Nope.
So I encourage everyone to get on this journey with us. And if you married, get on one accord. If you have one spending and the other trying to save, it's not going to work. You got to be on one accord. So get on one accord. Let's pay these bills off. Let's knock out. You can knock out baby step 1, which is emergency fund, and baby step 2 is where we are now. We'll be here for a little while, so we can go on to the next steps, which are paying 15% towards your retirement, or setting up a children's fund for them to go to college, and then working towards being millionaires. Right now we're working towards paying off debt. So we encourage you to follow our channel, subscribe, like this video, go back and watch some of the other videos.
Hit the button.
Yeah, please hit the button, the like button and the subscribe button.
Hit the button.
And we love you guys. Stay encouraged, be blessed, trust God, and use wisdom. And we'll see you in our next video. Thank you. Bye.
2 fingers in a spread. That's peace.